The Sonnets to Orpheus by Rainer Maria Rilke. Sonnet 16. You are lonely, my friend, because you are. We, with a word or finger sign, gradually make the world our own, though perhaps its weakest, most precarious part. How can fingers point out a smell? Yet, of the dark forces that lurk at our side, you feel many. You know the dead, and you shrink away from the magic spell. Look, we two together must bear piecework and parts, as if they were the whole. But be careful. Above all, don't plant me inside your heart. I'd outgrow you, but I will guide my master's hand and will say, here, this is Esau beneath his pelt. Sonnet 17. At bottom, the ancient one, gnarled root, hidden deep, origin unbeheld by those who branched up. Helmet and horn of hunters, grandfathers' truths, men who betrayed their brothers, women like lutes. Branch upon branch, crowds close, none of them free. Keep climbing higher, higher. Still, though they break, yet this one bends finally into a lyre. Sonnet 18. Master. Do you hear the new quiver unrumble? Harbingers step forth who blare their approval. Surely no ear is whole amid this noise, yet the machine part still asks for our praise. Look, the machine rears up and takes revenge, brings us to crawl and cringe. Since all its strength is from us, let it desireless serve and remain. Sonnet 19. Though the world keeps changing its form as fast as a cloud, still, what is accomplished falls home to the primeval. Over the change and the passing, larger and freer, soars your eternal song, God with the lyre. Never has grief been possessed, never has love been learned, and what removes us in death is not revealed. Only the song through the land hallows and heals. Sonnet 20. But, Master, what gift shall I dedicate to you, who taught all creatures their ears? My thoughts of an evening long ago. It was springtime in Russia. A horse. He came bounding from the village alone, white, with a hobble attached to one leg. To stay alone in the fields all night. How the mane beat against his neck to the rhythm of his perfect joy in that hindered gallop across the meadow. What leaping went on in his stallion blood. He felt the expanses and oh, he sang and he heard. Your cycle of myths was completed in him. His image, my gift. Sonnet 21. Spring has returned. The earth resembles a little girl who has memorized many poems. For all the trouble of her long learning, she wins the prize. Her teacher was strict. We loved the white in the old man's beard and shaggy eyebrows. Now, whatever we ask about the blue and the green, she knows. She knows. Earth, overjoyed to be out on vacation, play with the children. We long to catch up, jubilant earth, the happiest will win. What her teacher taught her, the numberless things and what lies in stem and in deep, difficult root, she sings. She sings. Sonnet 22. We are the driving ones. But the step of time, think of it as a dream in what forever remains. All that is hurrying soon will be over with. Only what lasts can bring us the truth. Young men, don't put your trust into the trials of flight, into the hot and quick. All things already rest, darkness and morning light, flower and book. Sonnet 23. Not till the day when flight no longer for its own sake ascends into the silent heavens, propelled by its self-conceit, so that in luminous outlines, as the tool that has come to power, it can float, caressed by the winds, streamlined, agile, and sure. Not till a pure destination outweighs the boyish boast of how much machines can do. Will, overwhelmed with gain, one to whom distance is close, be what alone he flew. Sonnet 24. Shall we reject our primordial friendship, the sublime unwooing gods, because the steel that we keep harshly bringing to hardness has never known them? Or shall we suddenly look for them on a map? Oh, these powerful friends who withdraw the dead from the reach of the senses, touch nowhere against our wheels. We have moved our banquets, our baths, and our festivals far away, and their messengers, long since outstripped by our speed, have vanished, lonelier now, dependent on one another utterly, though not knowing one another at all. We no longer lay out each path as a lovely meander, but straight ahead. Only in factories do the once consecrate flames still burn and lift up the always heavier hammers. We, though, keep losing what small strength we have. Like swimmers. Sonnet 25. But you now, dear girl, whom I loved like a flower, whose name I didn't know, you, who so early were taken away, I will once more call up your image and show it to them, beautiful companion of the unsubduable cry. Dancer, whose body filled with your hesitant fate, pausing as though your young flesh has been cast in bronze, grieving and listening. Then, from the high dominions, unearthly music fell into your altered heart. Already possessed by shadows, with illness near, your blood flowed darkly, yet, though for a moment suspicious, it burst into the natural pulses of spring. Again and again, interrupted by downfall and darkness earthly, it gleamed, till, after a terrible pounding, it entered the inconsolably open door. Sonnet 26. But you, divine poet, you who sang on till the end as the swarm of rejected maenads attacked you, shrieking, you overpowered their noise with harmony, and from pure destruction arose your transfigured song. Their hatred could not destroy your head or your lyre, however they wrestled and raged, and each one of the sharp stones that they hurled, vengeance crazed, at your heart, softened while it was in mid-flight, enchanted to hear. At last they killed you and broke you in pieces, while your sound kept lingering on in lions and boulders, in trees and in birds. There you are singing still. Oh, you lost God, you inexhaustible trace. Only because you were torn and scattered through nature have we become hearers now, and a rescuing voice.